So there's quite a lot of uses and features inside the football trading simulator, but the main idea that most people should be thinking about is the ability to use the software to build your own dream football trading strategy. And I'm going to explain a bit more about how you can do that in this video. And now when I say build your own dream perfect strategy, I really mean exactly that, your own dream strategy, okay? You can look for whatever you want and find strategies with the features that you require. For example, if I was building my own dream strategy, I would look for things like this. I would want a football trading strategy which involves no match reading, because that can save time. It can allow me to do other things. I can possibly automate it in the future, okay? Now, that's not to say that match reading or interpreting stats, there's anything wrong with that. Of course, we can all trade using that. However, if I was to build my dream strategy, well, I'd prefer not to do that, right? I would prefer just to have a strategy where I don't have to watch the match. I don't have to look at any stats. I can just look at for a specific scenario, specific odds range, get involved, okay? Like I said, it's going to save time and it will also open up automation possibilities in the future. And then if I was building my dream strategy, I would also have a strategy with a high strike rate, okay? Now, personally, I do have a lot of strategies which do have a low strike rate. However, they are profitable. However, from time to time, it can get quite stressful operating strategies like that. You kind of have to have that belief and that faith to keep going. And for a lot of people, a strategy with a low strike rate, once you hit that losing run, they're probably not going to continue with it. So if you were to ask me what my dream strategy has, I would say it's going to have a high strike rate, right? I would rather it had a high strike rate than a low one for the mindset benefits, okay? I would love to wake up, deploy a strategy which gives me loads of winners for the day. And yeah, it's great for your mindset, great for your mood, all that sort of thing, okay? So that's my dream strategy there. High strike rate, no match reading. And then also at the same time, frequent opportunities. I would want it to be a consistent money maker. So I'd want there to be daily opportunities for this strategy, a high strike rate, so loads of wins, and then no match reading required. Okay, that pretty much sums up my dream strategy, and maybe your dream strategy sounds quite similar. Okay, but either way, that's what we use in the football trading simulator to do, is to help us to find that dream strategy. And mainly because we're finding strategies that can take advantage of market inefficiencies. That is actually what the simulator is looking to do, okay? Like I said, we can trade football doing match reading. We can trade football interpreting the stats in play. This is all great, very viable ways of trading football. But if we're looking for our perfect dream strategy, then as I expect, most would say the less work, the better. And if you can find strategies which take advantage of market inefficiencies, then yeah, you're pretty golden, okay? And we've been there before. I mean, for years, people have searched to figure out the slicer holy grail strategy when really people should have been spending time trying to figure out their own. But people spent years trying to crack the slicer strategy, mainly because it takes so long to test strategies, okay? Now, you might have thought that opportunities like that holy grail strategy and all that sort of thing no longer exist because the markets are so efficient. However, since we've created this software, we have seen and discovered very, very differently, okay? And we've seen a huge amount of these similar strategies crop up, some more profitable than others, but they are out there and they are there for you to find, okay? And of course, for those watching this and those who are going to get a hold of the simulator, once you do find your perfect strategy, do not share it with anyone, okay? Do not share it with anyone. Just use it to milk the markets. Don't even share it with me, okay? And I know a lot of people who've used the simulator have found strategies and they've showed me the results, but yeah, they've made sure not to share it with me just in case I put it in a YouTube video or something like that. But anyway, that's what I want. I want you guys to use the software, find your edges, and then just keep it a secret, okay? Use that to milk the markets because these are market inefficiencies you're looking to find. And if you start to let that get out there, well, those inefficiencies are probably going to disappear. So that is what we're looking to do with the simulator. Now, if you were to try and find this strategy by testing in the real markets, it's probably going to take you time, possibly months, maybe years, okay? And this is just to test the strategy, okay? We don't even know if the strategy is definitely going to be profitable. So either way, it's going to take you possibly months to try that. And then the money, possibly thousands. I mean, you could trade it with the minimum £2 stakes, but even that can add up quickly. And let's not forget that some people, when they're testing a strategy, maybe they don't get a big enough data set and they just they think it's all good. They go large with the big stakes only to realize that they've missed an obvious flaw, or they make some rookie mistakes in the real markets and they lose money that way. And like I said, it could end up losing thousands, all right? But like I said, using the football trading simulator, what used to take months can now be done within a few hours, okay? And what used to cost thousands can be done without losing any money, all right? So you can test and test until you're sure of it and then only apply real money to it at that particular point. But anyway, let me dive inside the football trading simulator so I can show you exactly how easy it is to test out your strategies. So just to give you an idea of this, we're inside the part of the simulator that is called the strategy tracker. So if you are going to build or test the strategy, you're going to have to go into the strategy tracker to make it work. And the way it works, you just put in like the name of the strategy. So let's just put in dream strategy, and then it's there. And then let me just head back to the simulator. Then anytime you use that dream strategy that you're trying to build, you just click on this to then add it to the strategy tracker, and it will track the profits, losses, all that sort of thing, okay? But let me just show you what we're doing at the moment. Let me just clear that just to avoid confusion. Now, just for a quick demo of this, we're testing a strategy where we want to have a look at backing the favorite after 45 minutes versus backing the favorite after 75 minutes, okay? So we're looking for the half-time 0-0 scenario. Now, if you were to look for this in real life, this happens around 25% of football matches. So 100 matches over a whole day, you're looking at only being able to trade 25 of them, okay? But using the software, you could probably trade 25 matches of the strategy within probably around half an hour, okay? So anyway, this is what we're looking for. We're looking to get in, back in the favorite after 45 minutes. We're just going to back them, trade out after the first goal, back the favorite after 75 minutes if that opportunity comes up, okay, if it is still a draw at that particular point, okay. So obviously I've been testing it so far. There's been more opportunities coming up back in the favorite at half time compared to the one at 75 minutes, as you would expect. Both are just about profitable, but it's obviously a small sample so far. But anyway, this is just to show you how it would work. So we've got this halftime draw scenario, Seattle versus DC. In fact, let me quickly show you this. We've got the scenarios built in here, okay? So if we want to look for that 0-0 halftime scenario, we just click on this, head to the simulator, and it's going to draw matches from the database that were halftime 0-0. You could put in your custom scenario up here, okay? If you've got a different strategy idea which maybe takes advantage of something else, I mean, use your imagination and let it run wild, really. But anything else, you just put it in here, and then it will draw matches from the database, and then you can try your strategy on there, okay? Now, for the video, we're keeping this simple. So let's say we want to try backing this favorite who is drawing 0-0 at halftime. We've backed Seattle with £100. And then we just click on next goal, and then we can see what happens. And so it looks like they go a goal behind, so that one is probably going to go down as a loss. Let's accept the loss in this scenario. And of course, when you're using a simulator and you hit a loss, it doesn't really hurt as much for some reason. Anyway, then we save it to back the favorite 45, because obviously this is one of the strategies we're testing. We're trying to see, oh yeah, sorry, we don't save it yet. We have to go to end of match. We have to end the match. It's a typical mistake that I make quite a lot. Anyway, we end the match, and then we want to record that into the back the favorite 45 strategy. That's obviously going to be a loss. However, let's go back to 75 minutes and see if there was an opportunity for our back the favorite 75. And it looks like there was. Okay, so what we could do is start the match again. Just remove all the bets. There is actually a quicker way of doing this, but anyway, let's just get into this and get on with it. 75 minutes. Let's head there. This is obviously now going to be a qualifier for the back the favorite 75 strategy. And then, let's see. Well, we already know it's going to be a winner, right? Seattle, do they take the lead? 83 minutes, okay? And now we can cash that in as £176. So very quickly there, you've seen how our strategies can kind of develop differently depending on our entry point. Back in the favorite 45 minutes was a loser. Back in the favorite 75 minutes was a significant winner, okay? So let's end the match, and then we're going to apply that profit to back the favorite 75. And think about it, we've just tried two strategies in the same match, okay? You wouldn't be able to do that in real life. You'd only have to try one strategy, then you see the results, and then maybe you could try something else. We're actually trying two strategies at the same time, and you probably could try up to 8 on a single match if you wanted to. We could try back the favorite 45, back the favorite 60, back the favorite 75, 85, all sorts of different scenarios. Get involved on the correct score, get involved on the goal markets, and all that sort of thing, okay? Now, if you head over to the tracker, you're going to see that those matches were now added, okay? And then just one winner on back the favorite 75 is actually caught up pretty significantly to the back the favorite 45, okay? Now, anyway, you would just do this over and over again. I mean, that was pretty quick. That was like a minute or two to trade that match. In real life, you're looking at 90 minutes, pretty much 2 hours if you include half time to see the results of that. Here, we get it done within 2 minutes, pretty much trading a 90-minute match within 90 seconds. And then it is a case of loading up another match and then giving it a go again. And then we can just do it over and over and over again, okay? So I still have a few more things to show you regarding the strategy tracker and building your own dream strategy. But I do just want to remind you that early bird access does drop this Friday if you are interested in getting a hold of this package for yourself and starting to build your own dream strategy, okay? Any strategy idea or theory, you can put it to the test. You can see if it's profitable. You can tweak it and start to build your own portfolio. You can find those market inefficiencies for yourself, okay? So if this sort of thing does interest you, then submit your email address below. Just scroll down below the video. There should be a link, or there should just be a box where you can put your email address in. Do that, and then you should get the information this coming Friday, and then it's up to you whether you want to get the full package or not if you're in batch 1. If you do this late, you'll be in the next batch and you will get a chance to get it at a later date, and then so on and so on, okay? We have to release it slowly and in batches. So that's there below the video if you are interested. And then, as you can see, another one loaded up here. This one's from the Polish league, okay? So can't even pronounce that, Jagliona, I think. Anyway, let's back them. 2.78. Press next goal. Really speeds things up. 56 minutes on the clock, and we've got the goal in this one. So that's going to be a profit for the first half, or the back the favorite 45 strategy. Let's get that cashed out, £98. Then we can click on 75 minutes just to see if there would be an opportunity for the back the favorite 75 if it's a draw. And no, so we just click on end the match, and then we're going to add that profit to our back the favorite 45 strategy and really start to test this. And we can start to test this over the longer run, okay? You can get a lot more examples, a lot more data samples anyway in your strategy. So let's have a quick look at the tracker. Obviously that's improved it. We're on to 18 trades on back the favorite 45. And all this has been done probably, you know, just messing around for the last 20 minutes, half an hour, okay? And then let me show you what you can do, because obviously once you've started to build your strategy, you want to start to really filter down the data, and you can actually record your trades log, okay? So we've got the trades log for both the strategies here, and obviously you can see that there's been more opportunities for back the favorite 45, slimmer amount of opportunities for back the favorite 75. But what you can do is you can start to narrow this down by the starting prices. So you can see here that a match there with a really strong odds on favorite was actually a loser, but match here with a team priced around 2.5 was a winner. And then once you get a good bit of data, you can download this and you can start to get an idea of which starting prices actually offer the best profits, and then look at your data and decide from there. You would obviously instinctively think that the shorter the price, the better the example, but not always the case. The data is always king, and that's there for you to check out. And one last thing to show you, like I said, data is king. Let's head back to the tracker. Now, what's interesting about this is that obviously, look, as we start to build this up, we're going to see how many trades we've done, how many have won, how many have lost. Then we can see our strike rate. Now, I did speak earlier on about trying to find a strategy with a high strike rate, and so you can really track it from here. Okay, now this back the favorite 75 strategy so far has a 44% strike rate. Now, if that maintains at 44%, even if it's profitable, you might decide that you don't want a strategy which only wins 44% of the time, because when you actually come into using it in the real markets, you can go on some long losing runs and it might put you off mentally seeing it through. Okay, this all depends on your own mindset. So you can obviously, once we test a whole bunch of strategies, we can see which ones have the type of strike rate we're looking for, whether it's 70%, 80%, and so on. Okay, obviously the higher the strike rate, the better for our mindset, because we're going to have a lot more winners. Okay, I'm sure nobody's going to complain about a high strike rate. Okay, but anyway, this keeps track of it. We can see that the 45-minute one has the highest strike rate, if that's what's important to us. But then we can also see average win. Okay, if average win is more important to you, we can see the back the favorite 75. When the wins do come in, look like they're going to be more than double the average win of back the favorite 45. Okay, like I said, it is early days. It's only a small amount of data. You'd have to get a lot more to draw conclusions. Average loss is going to be pretty similar. And then the drawdown and the highest drawdown, that's very, very important as well. So your drawdown basically means however high your bank goes, when that losing run does arrive, how severe are these losing runs, okay? And we can really only get an idea of this once we have built up probably at least 100 data samples. If you're seeing a high drawdown of maybe around 50% of your profit at a single, when you have a single bad run, well, again, for your mindset, you have to ask yourself if that's something you can keep going with. If you can see your bank drop by 50% and keep going through it, then obviously, yeah, that's great, but a lot of people can't. So that's why you're designing your own dream strategy in advance. You're going to see the worst case scenario, those worst drawdowns, and then you have to ask yourself if that's something you can stomach going forwards. And then you've obviously got your ROI. Now, what we kind of say is any ROI above 5% is the really, really good stuff. Now, these ROIs are quite high, 20% and 29%, but that's because we've got a small sample set. Now, as this gets higher and closer to 100 plus trades, we're probably going to start to see the true ROI number. And as long as it stays above 5%, we've probably got a pretty good strategy. So that's something to keep an eye on. But like I said, the data is king. The more of these trades that you do, the more strategies you test, the better, the more data you get, and then the more comfortable you can be when you actually want to use this on the real markets. Okay, so yeah, this is it. Building your own dream strategy. This is how you can do it inside the simulator. Strategy tracker, name your strategy, get into the markets, look for the kind of scenarios that you're looking for with this, enter them in, trade them over and over again. You can test different entry points like we've done here, and then really get to the bottom of this, and then find out very, very quickly whether your strategy is potentially profitable or not. It would previously have taken you months. Whoops, sorry, pressed the wrong button there. But if we head back to the tracker, so 18 trades altogether on back the favorite 45, that might take you maybe a few days or a week to maybe come up with all those trades, depending how often you're trading. But we did that within 20 minutes, half an hour. Okay, you can keep going over and over again, and then find out just how profitable your strategy is very, very quickly. So anyway, you've seen just how easy it is to test your strategies out using this software. If you've got any strategy idea or theory that you want to put to the test, then the simulator is absolutely for you. If you like the idea of trading or trying to find your own dream strategy, then this is for you. And you probably only need a handful of these dream strategies to make a consistent and scalable income too. Okay. And anyway, this is the tool to help you find it. And as mentioned, we will be releasing it slowly. There is early bird access dropping this Friday. Submit your email address below to get on the email list for that one. We do have to limit the numbers when it comes to software because of the support that is needed. But if you're not in this batch, then there will be another batch at a later date. But either way, if you want to be first in line to get a copy of the package, submit your very best email address below, and then you will get the details on the opening day. Anyone who is late, you'll be added to the second batch, and you'll get the chance to get it at a later date. Okay, that is not yet confirmed, the actual date, but we do know that this coming Friday, if you want to get hold of the package and be in batch 1, then this is your chance. Submit your very best email address below, and just keep an eye on that inbox. Okay, you should get an email on Friday, and then you can obviously get the package. Then you can get the super sim, and you can try out whatever your strategy idea is. Okay, you let your imagination run wild. So anyway, that is the football trading simulator. If you are interested, submit your email address and then look out in your inbox. Now, if you do want to watch another video, we've got another video here where I detail the super sim in a lot more detail for those who missed it previously. So if you want to check that out, click on that video, and I'll see you in the next video.